Good morning once again. Welcome to the AFC Champions League 2022 press conference for Lion City Sailors FC. Today we are having coach Kim Do-hoon and player number 22, Quak Jun-ni. Before we start, please turn your electric device to silent. Let's start with the first question for coach. Coach, how is your preparation for the next game?
오늘 그 다음 경기 준비 잘 되고 계신지요?
네, 내일 경기는 무조건 승리를 위해서 최선의 노력을 다 하겠습니다.
Yes, but obviously the important is tomorrow we're gonna be out on the pitch to get all 3 points, and we're gonna give our everything. We're gonna play to our maximum to get the result that we want.
Thank you. Next question for Gabriel. How is yourself and team preparation?
Yeah, of course, preparation has been good. We are facing the same team again, like we did in the past 2 days, but it will be a new game, new 90 minutes, so definitely we are ready.
Thank you. And right now the microphone is ready. If you have questions, raise your hand, introduce yourself and ask the question.
Morning, coach. Morning, Gabriel. Question for the coach, actually. In the post-match, in the previous post-match against Shandong, you mentioned that the team didn't show up, and maybe that was due to the lack of motivation or concentration somehow. Now heading into this next rematch, how have you addressed these problems in the past 2 days? Thanks.
오늘 사실은 지난 경기 이제 끝나고요. 어머니께서 이제 하시는 말씀 중에 선수들이 그런 동기부여나 그런 집중력이나 이제 태도나 이런 것들이 그 전 경기랑 많이 달라졌다라는 말씀을 하셨는데요. 그런 부분들을 내일 경기 앞서서 어떻게 좀 수정을 하시고 선수들한테 어떤 말씀을 해주시는지 궁금합니다.
네, 경기 끝난 이후에 선수들과 이야기를 나눴고 또 뭐 당연한 승리는 없다고 생각합니다. 축구에서는. 근데 우리가 당연한 승리를 위해서는 그만큼 노력이 필요한 거고 집중력이 필요하다고 이야기를 했고 그 부분은 내일 경기를 통해서 선수들이 그라운드에서 보여줄 거라고 믿고 있습니다.
So after the match, I spoke with my boys. I spoke with them. I was honest with them. I shared everything how I felt. And we took things for granted. But in football, there's nothing for granted. There's no must. There's no this result will happen. No, we have to play. So tomorrow, I'm sure my boys will shake up. They'll wake up, and they'll play. And we need to play, and we need to give full effort, and have the motivation, and have the level of focus. So I'm sure they will show a different like personality on the pitch for tomorrow's match.
Thank you. Next, please.
Good morning to the coach and Gabriel. A question for Gabriel. From beating Daegu to then dropping points against Shandong, how much was a shock to your teammates, and what has the mood been in training camp ahead of this match?
Of course, beating Daegu was a great result for us, for the team, and of course, in the previous game we were disappointed. We had a lot of the ball, but unfortunately we couldn't find the net. So, but it happens in football sometimes. I think that it's probably a good lesson for us. And I think next game, definitely, we have different things coming up, and yeah, we are hoping to get a better result in the next game.
Thank you. Next, please.
Question for both the player and the coach, actually. This will be the team's first time in the ACL, and many of the players playing in this kind of at this stage of the level in this continent. So how has now that we've reached the halfway stage, how has recovery been? How has recovery been in the team, and is the team coping with this back-to-back schedule?
건우하고 이제 가브리엘 두 분한테 다 같은 질문 드리고 싶고요. 저희가 이제 올해가 ACL 참가가 처음이고요. 뭐 팀으로서도 그렇지만 많은 선수들이 이런 경험을 한 게 올해가 첫 시즌입니다. 그리고 3일에 한 경기씩 하면서 상당히 좀 회복이나 이런 부분들도 어려운 점도 있고 좀 경기를 치르면서 계속 이제 좀 피로도도 쌓이고 할 텐데 또 어떻게 지금 보시고 계시는지 지금 1라운드가 끝난 시점에서 어떻게 생각하고 있는지 좀 궁금합니다.
네, 뭐 처음 출전이지만 우리 선수들 이 대회가 얼마나 소중한고 또 영광스러운 자리인지는 알고 있을 거라고 믿고 있습니다. 하지만 몇몇 선수들은 아직까지 이 대회에 대해서 좀 모르는 부분이 있지만 우리 선수들 이제 선배들이나 코칭 스태프에서 이 대회의 중요성에 대해서 이야기하고 있고 이 대회를 준비하면서 우리 스스로의 능력들이 어느 정도인지를 또 선수 개인적으로도 괜히 많이 알고 해야 될 거라는 생각을 가지고 있고 저 또한 이런 경험들이 우리 선수들에게 많은 발전하는 데 있어서 굉장히 많은 도움을 줄 거라고 예상하고 있습니다. 물론 3일에 한 번씩 경기하면서 많은 힘든 점이 있지만 이런 과정에 있어서 이런 과정을 우리가 이겨낸다 이러면 좀 더 좋은 팀으로서 또 팀으로서 좀 더 좋은 성적이라든지 발전하는 모습을 팬들에게 보이지 않을까 기대하고 있습니다.
So obviously, like you said, it's our maiden tournament. So it's the first time. It's the first time ever. So at the same time that we know, we do have some players who know the weight and who know the importance of being able to take part in such a privileged tournament, which is the highest tier in the continent. So we have, and we are feeling privileged. We are feeling honored. But at the same time, still, I feel like there are some players who are not fully understanding the weight of the tournament, and it's I can understand why, because it's the first time, and it's difficult to fully take everything in from the first experience. But I have senior players, and I have one next to me now. But I have senior players who have the experience in different level of competition and different level of football, and they are trying to keep everyone together, and especially help the young boys. So it's good to see how everyone is playing the part. Everyone is trying to help the team to develop as well. So it's been going quite well. But of course the schedule is tight. But the schedule is tight for all teams, and it's something that we have to play with. It's something that we can't make it of an excuse. So and that again alone, it can be a good experience. And I hope that can develop my players. That can help the team develop. And through this experience, like I said before, it's too big of a competition to say we're here for the experience. But by game, we'll gain more experience. We'll show that on the pitch, and we will develop, and we will get better. And I hope the fans can see that. What I hope is that the fans to see that, yes, this team is getting better. This team is different from the first game, and this team, there's a brighter future to this team. And that is what I'm doing here with my players. So I think there's a lot more positives to take from this tournament.
Thank you. Next, please.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with what Coach say. I think after 3 games, 4 points, I think it's pretty decent for us. And of course, the experience is there. Many of us are playing the tournament for the first time, and I think we have only a couple of players who had their experience in the Champions League. And yeah, you could see that the intensity is different, but I think we are stepping up in a tournament. And I think they mentioned the experience. Of course, we are here to take part, but also we want to show that we can punch our weight against the powerhouse of Asia. And I think so far we have showed that against Daegu, Urawa, and Shandong, of course. So I think remaining 3 games, we probably have 3 games under our belt, and you should see a different side from us.
Thank you. Next, please.
So a follow-up question to Gabriel from that. You've got a lot of experience on the international stage with Singapore, but I believe this is your first ACL. Has anything surprised you about this competition so far?
Yeah, of course, playing in the international level and club level is different, because international level you could see that, playing for Singapore usually we are the intensity, and here is slightly different. You could see here we have quality foreigners playing, and definitely you could see the quality is there, and I would say the intensity is pretty much similar. Yeah, so probably.
Next, please. If there's no more question, I would like to end this press conference. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel. Good luck for tomorrow game.